Hi, welcome back to Perfect Choice Nursery's YouTube channel. My name is Paula and I am here at Perfect Choice right now. It is looking beautiful. If you are new here, welcome. We are a family-owned garden center located in Southwest Ranches, Florida. We specialize in Aroids, exotic Hoyas, exterior plants, interior plants. So if you're ever in the area, make sure you come visit us. Today's video is actually our most requested video at the moment. We are going to be talking about our soil mixture, the soil that we use in our plants, that we repot with, and that we sell here at our nursery. But before I begin, I have to update you on 3 announcements. One, we are having a plant swap October 24th on a Sunday. It's actually our first plant swap that we are hosting here at Perfect Choice Nursery. If you'd like to know more about it, make sure you follow us on Instagram. Announcement number 2, Aroid Greenhouses is finally going to go back online, except it's not going to be in the weekly oh my god, that's really hard to say. Except it's not going to be in the weekly restock form. We are going to try auctioning. I'm going to the greenhouse today to take videos and pictures of our 2 plants that we will be auctioning off this week. So if you want to stay in the loop with that, make sure you follow Aroid Greenhouses on Instagram. And number 3, the last one before we begin with our soil video. We are selling predatory bugs at our nursery. If you're not familiar with predatory bugs, they are good bugs that eat bad bugs. For example, this one right here, I'm not sure exactly which bugs these are, but these eat thrips. And we also have bugs that eat spider mites. They do expire in November, so if you're in the South Florida area and you want some, make sure you grab it before it's too late. All right, so let's head over to the greenhouse and check out what's inside our soil.
Hi, how are you? This is Melody from Perfect Choice Nursery, and I also work for Aroid Greenhouses. Thank you so much for joining us on our Perfect Choice channel. So today I'm going to be showing you our different kinds of soil mixes that we do here at Perfect Choice. They are specifically for a Florida temperature, Florida environment in our greenhouse here in South Florida. It might not be the same as everybody will be using like around the United States because it does have different temperatures. Most of our plants are inside our greenhouse and also outside too, where they get Florida rain. So the right soil is important because this is what your plant is using to survive. With philodendrons, you want to make sure that it's airy. With anthuriums, you want to make sure it's like a little bit moist, but still like not too wet. And then with Hoyas, you want to make sure that it's definitely airy and like chunky, so because you want to duplicate their environment outdoors. So the soils that we're talking about today are going to be a Hoya mix, Anthurium mix, our philodendron mix, and our variegated mix. These are the ones that we use here almost every single day. We're constantly making this soil. We're constantly changing our plants, putting in bigger pots. So these are the common ingredients that we have in our soil mix. We have our cocoa chips. It's more thicker and chunkier. This is also cocoa chip too, and then this is more like medium. And then this is our fine, more like cocoa peat. This is our soil, perlite, orchid bark. And here is our fertilizer, 16-6-11. This is the heavy, and then this is a medium. So you can see this one's like a little bit more shredded, not as chunky. This one's all the kind of like chips are still intact. This one's like still has some chips, but there's more like more of a shredded process in this one. When opening this bag, you want to make sure that you have a face covering because this does get a little bit dusty and you don't want to breathe that in. This one does have some coloring because this is perlite that we've used for propagating, so that's why it has different colors. There's thicker, more like this kind of like thick perlite, and then you have more of the thinner. We like to mix both of them together. Hit push. Ooh. So please keep in mind when I'm giving you like the examples that we use, you can do this with any kind of measure. I'm not gonna let you guys know what kind of measurements that we use because we usually do in bulk. We kind of just feel it out, so this is what you guys can do at home. It's more just like seeing the soil, like see how it fits for your plant specifically, because every plant is different and everybody's environment is different depending on the light, depending on the humidity, your watering cycle. So there's always like different things that it depends on, but it's mostly just for just an example of like what we like to do. And yes, so this is our Hoya mix. This is what I like to use for them because I usually keep them outside and I also keep them inside, but this keeps it where it's like doesn't get too wet but it still keeps the moisture. This Hoya mix specifically has cocoa chip that's a little bit more chunkier. Then we have the medium kind, and then we also add perlite in here, and we do orchid bark and with the fertilizer. So we mix that all up and then we get this chunky, nice Hoya mix. So the next mix I'll be showing you is our Anthurium mix. This is something that we kind of like just not discovered, but we figured out that it worked for us really well, like over a year ago. And after that, we've never looked back. Anything that like we used to do before was like not worth it. And this is what really changed our lives. The Anthurium mix is sphagnum moss, cocoa chips, orchid bark, more cocoa chips, and perlite. This definitely keeps it moist, but definitely does not keep it wet. It's awesome. It's just like one of the best things we've ever done, and we're so happy to be able to share this with you. So the other plants that we can definitely use this with is like pretty much for anything, especially the plants that we get in from out of the country, or if we want to root them. We do the albos in this too. The other day I got a shipment of like really exotic Hoyas that didn't have any kind of roots, and I put them in this, and now they've rooted, and it's only been like a month and a half. So it's really, really good. I'm really happy. I definitely recommend this kind of mix for any kind of import, anything that you have that you're kind of just like not too sure about. If it doesn't have really strong roots, this is like really good. I definitely recommend this a lot. So this is really nice. So this is our variegated soil that we have, just like our Anthurium mix right here. But we added a pumice and verticumite. I think that's how you say it. But here, let me just show you.
So it's basically like the Anthurium mix?
It's basically the Anthurium mix, but you can see a little bit of like kind of shiny silver, like right here. That's what's added. And this one, I think it kind of helps with the variegation. So the next one I'm going to show you here is our Philodendron mix. This is what we use specifically for the plants that we have mostly like outside, or more like Syngonium, things that we know that are going to be okay outside and get that heavy rain, and then also be inside and still be okay with like getting that like really nice temperature. And it can be through any kind of situation, especially like indoors, outdoors, and this is pretty good. It keeps it kind of airy, and it definitely gives it like that nutrients that it needs, especially with the soil that we have here. What it has is thick cocoa chip, also the medium cocoa chip, some perlite, orchid bark. We have our soil that you can probably just use like any kind of like maybe garden soil, and then we also have our fertilizer. And this is what makes up our Philodendron mix. And also this, you can see it right here too. So always the recommended time to repot your plant once you get it from a nursery or anywhere like online or just through a friend or something. Well, pretty much like 2 weeks if you want to put it in your own mix. But I definitely recommend if you see the plant is thriving and it's really loving the mixture that it's in, I think just keep it the way it is, obviously. And it's always best not to touch the plant once you get it inside your house. Just like let it be, let it do its thing. But you see if it's like struggling, then definitely start changing the soil, see what's going on under there. But we do recommend at least like a 2-week gap for them to get adjusted in the new environment. You know that it's not really the soil change that's affecting the plant, more just like that something else is happening. So I hope this was like super helpful for you guys. I know that everybody has their different process, and that's totally fine. This is what we use, this is what we like, this is what we figured out is good for us in our environment with rainwater coming down in South Florida like every other day. I hope I've helped you out in some way, and thank you so much. Bye. Okay, so we're back here at the Aroid Boutique, and I'm just going to show you what we have here in our Aroid room. We're constantly changing our Aroid room with a lot of the products, so I'm going to be showing you what we have right now at the moment. This one right here is our Anthurium soil, and you can tell this one is the Anthurium soil because you can see that there's sphagnum moss in here. This one is $10. We only have 3 left. What we also have available here is, let me get it, perlite. We have perlite here for $10. We also sell the cocoa peat. This one is $18. It's a huge block. We have bowls here that you're able to feel the texture of them. Before you buy, you could see if you like the texture for your plants. We also have the cocoa husk. This one is the chunky mix. And we have bowls for this one too for you to feel it. So you can check that out. This one is $18 too. Last but not least, we have moss poles. We have different sizes. They range from $8 to $20, different sizes. I will have the sizes right here for you if you'd like. These have holes right here, so you're able to poke them and keep adding. So if your plant is growing fast, you can just keep it going. And we also have toppers. So instead of just leaving the hole there, if you want to just make it prettier, use that topper and there it goes. So I just gave you the simplified description of it. We're also selling humidifiers and fans here.
So once I feel that the Aroid room is officially set up, then I will definitely do a video on what's inside here, what we sell, what's available, what to experience, and that is really about it. I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to follow us on Instagram and on TikTok. So please subscribe, comment, like, and I will see you on our next video. Later.
Thank you for your help. I'm so nervous about Sunday.
Why would Sunday?
They're showing the show.
Hello!
Hello!
Whoa.
No, that's not heavy. The heavy is the engine on the right, the motor.
This is heavy.
That's the heavy.
Oh, this is heavy.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
these are nice.
Yeah.